What's up, guys? It's your boy Fix It Daniel, and today we're back on the bike again. We are going to be finally installing the riser bars. I'm going to show you guys how to install it and show you how it looks. So let's get into it. So guys, welcome to the channel. So today we are going to be back on my Corsa 1400. We are going to be installing 2-inch riser bars to lift the handlebars up a little higher so we can get rid of the fatigue and have a little bit more of a handling of riding. It's supposed to make it a little more easier to ride, which you're not leaning over, but the bars are down a little low. But this will actually get them rising up so you don't have to lean over. So I'm going to show you guys what we got. Alrighty, so these came from eBay. So we got some longer bolts, but here are the meat and the potatoes. Here we got some risers, 2-inch risers. This is the left side, as you see L. It's got the hole for the brake line holder. We'll explain to that. And then we also have, get this out. We also have the right side, and as you can see, it has the R and it has the hole. So I'll show you what these are for, and we'll get these installed pretty good. So let's go over to the bike and see what we're talking about. Okay, so we're on the bike. So as you see, this has no risers, and as you know, how you can tell that there's no risers is because these are the handlebars, and they're flush with everything. So the 2-inch risers are going to raise this up 2 inches. So they'll be they won't be as flush as these are. These are perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with them. If you really don't want to do this, you don't have to, but it actually takes the bars up a little higher. Supposedly it's supposed to help with fatigue of riding. I'm trying to make sure that this bike is like something I would do for long distance and short distance, but comfortability is always the key. So, as you know, we installed in the last video, we installed windshield, we installed a cruise control, and we installed a seat cover. I'm actually going to explain to you guys, I fixed this. I'll explain to you how. But yeah, we installed those, took it for a ride. If you have not seen that video, please go check it out. It was a really good video. So this was the last piece that did not come in time. So now we're going to be doing it. So, so what we got to do is I've already done it because it was really difficult. So right down in here, see if I can get the light. So you see where that little see where this little tape wiring? So there was a clip that held that on, which was very difficult. And I think, I don't know if you can see it on this side or not. Yeah. So if you look at it, you see that little black tab next to that white tape? So that's the tab that actually holds the wire on. The reason why you need it off is because you're raising everything up. So everything's coming up 2 inches. So everything's kind of fixed and tightened in place. So we also have to take these brake housing pieces off. This is just a bolt that's on the bottom piece. So everything's got to come up 2 inches. So everything's got to make room. There's plenty of room. There's plenty of wire room once you get those 2 clips out. But once you get them out, then you can start raising it up. But you have to take those 2 clips out on both sides before you do that. Otherwise, you'll get hung up. And you really don't want these things hanging off, because once you get these brake lines off, everything is pretty much falling off in these bolts. Once you get them, they're coming off. So we are definitely going to get that going. So, trying to see if we're all good. I think we're all good. So we're going to go ahead and start taking these bolts out and then go ahead and start putting the risers in. So let me get you on a stand and let's get this going. All right. So what we're going to do, see if this light will get away so it'll shine. Okay, cool. So we got to take these 3 bolts out, all these 3 here, but we also got to take these 2 bracket pieces out for the hose. So take our tin. All right, gonna crack those a little bit. Okay, no problem. Okay, loose, Put that bolt to the side. Same thing on this side. Just gonna get some force. Okay. All right, then we get these out. Okay, no problem. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these 3 out. I already got these 2, so we're gonna get this one out. It takes a little oomph because they're in there. So I got it. There we go. Whew, those bad boys are on there. It's probably been like that from factory, but we got it. So, all right, so we're gonna get these 3 out, and then we will go ahead and put the risers in. All right, guys, so we're gonna get this last bolt out. I had to use this instead because it was straight. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna prepare ourselves. So as you see, that's how it goes. So that one goes that way, and then the right side goes that way. So this is how it's gonna go on there. So I'm going to get my bolts prepared just in case they're ready for transition. And as you see, the bolts are way longer than those short ones. So let's set these here. All right, let's go ahead and get this last bolt out, and we'll hold on to it. So got one hand on the handlebar so it doesn't go flopping all over the place, and then we got one here getting this bolt out. All right, should be ready to come on out. All right, so I got one hand holding it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift, get it out the way. Oh, wait, hold on one sec. I missed one thing. Hold on, I forgot one more thing. I think I forgot to do this. Yep. So there is a little holding bar, nothing crazy. So we will just get this up and try not to rip your stuff as you do it. Bend it up. Okay, so that should slide up pretty good now. But I do have this heater line that I'll have to take the thing off. I just forgot to, so you got to take this, I don't know if you can see this or not. So there's a bar right here that you have to bend up so you can take some of the slack out. And then I forgot that I have an aftermarket heater grip, so I have to take this line and snip it. We'll re-snap it back later with some zip ties, but we got to get it to let it rise up. I didn't think about that. It should be good now. So let's go ahead and find out. It should all just move up, but we'll find out in just a sec. Okay. All right, let's do the lift. Yeah, that's. Hold on a second. There we go. See how it lifts up a little bit more? So now what we're gonna do we're going to take our bar and get it in place like so. Get our first bolt. Get that finger started. We are going to put some Loctite. I just want to get it positioned. Hold up, my camera thingy's holding this in my way. All right, there's the other one. And then we have the third one. All right. So as you see the difference, this actually raises up for quite some good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this first one out. I'm going to put some Loctite on it. These didn't actually come with Loctite. They were just torqued down super, super good. But just to keep them from coming out, we're just going to put some thread locker on there. Nothing crazy, just a little bit of thread locker. Just to make sure those don't back out on you, because trust me, you don't want those backing out on you while you're riding. Otherwise, you will be having a horrible, horrible, horrible day if you do. So I'm going to get this midway going. All right, and then I'm going to pull the middle one out. Put some more thread locker on there. And then we'll get this one back in there. And then we'll get this last one out here. Get some thread locker on it. All right. Last. And go ahead and get it situated. I'm holding the bar just to make it a little easier to drive them down. So that's just snug. I'm gonna wait till I get them all kind of level. Once they get snug, I'm not gonna tighten them. I'm just gonna get them snug. Okay, there, and then get this last one here. All right, that's tight there, and tight there. Okay, looks pretty good, huh? So now we need to get our bolt in for our brake line. So just get the hole in, get it lined up, and then just get it situated. Well, I'm sorry, clutch line, not brake line. This is the clutch side, that's the brake side. So take our 10mm open a wrench, just tighten it back up. Not too tight, just needs to be tightened in there. And then now we're going to take our bigger one and do a little drive home. Drive them home as best as we can. I wish I had a longer one. That would probably be better. But these are better than nothing because I wouldn't have had anything else. So we're just gonna cinch them up as best we can. And then with the Loctite on there, they're gonna stay. They're not gonna go anywhere. All right. So we looking pretty good. And make sure our lines aren't being bound up. I'm gonna push that down. And you don't have to worry about reclipping it because the clips are down below where they were lower. So you should be good. I will have to re-zip tie these lines back on there, but we'll do that in a minute because we're going to do the other side. So, same process. These are already unlocked, so we just got to get them off. Actually, we can go ahead and use the bigger long one right now. Just going to hold onto the handlebars and make it easier to get the bolts out. All right, I think that's pretty good. Yep. Okay. All right, this is looking pretty good. This is going to help us with the fatigue of riding because the bars will be up a little higher. So this is kind of the same thing with a ZXR14 would have been. Like they sell riser bars to help you from leaning over. So you don't have to worry about that because some people's lower back, riding distant with it so leaned over makes it kind of an uncomfortable ride. So with the risers, they will help comfort that ride by the bars being more up, with you more sitting upright instead of a little lean over. Some people don't mind it, some people don't notice it, but for people who are doing long distance riding and stuff, you want every kind of creature comfort that you can handle, especially as you get, I'm a little older, I'm 42. I'm no spring chicken, but I can handle a little bit of abuse, but not too much, especially when it comes to long distance riding. I'm not like I used to be when I was riding my sport bike. So yeah. All right, so we're going to, gotta do the same thing on this side. I totally forgot about that. But I think I can just bend it without actually having to let go of the handlebar. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Just need just enough room to pick it up. There we go, just like that. All right, so now we're gonna clean up some of the skunk stuff, dirt and debris. All right, so we're gonna get it in place, get it there, get the bolt started. All right, there's one. There's two. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one going. Since this is the middle one, I'm going to go ahead and get this one going with thread locker. Make this go a little faster. All right, down the hole. All right, let's just cinch just a little bit so we can get these out. We'll loosen this back up just a little bit to give it a little wiggle room. All right, now we're gonna do these last two bolts with some more thread locker. Let's get them going. And then the last one here. All right, in we go. And drive them home. All right, then we're gonna get the brake line. Let's situate it. And with the same 10mm wrench, just gonna tighten it up. Good. And then that's it. Just make sure you don't see anything holding it up. Looks really, really, really good. All right, we're good to go. All right, guys, and just like that, we are done. As you can see, the bars are a lot higher. Gives us a lot better rise. That looks so good. It looks so good, guys. So yeah, guys, just like that, it's really quite simple. That's going to give us a lot better ride feel, a lot less fatigue when we're riding. The bar's going to be up a little higher, so that way we don't have to lean or feel like we're leaning, holding onto the bars. We actually can just sit upright, sit comfortably, get our vertebrae or whichever nice and straight, and everything should be good. So I'm definitely going to try this out when I take another road test and see how it actually feels. Got it all nice and tight, got some Loctite on there to hold it in place, nice and torqued down, really, really good. So that way they're not coming off. And I actually did happen to get those clips down below that was holding the wires on that had to pop off so I could slide it up. I actually got those back on there and holding onto the wires so they're not just laying all over the place. So that's the good thing. But yes, that was pretty much it. Definitely was really not that hard to do. The only thing I would say probably is get a little longer of a driver so you can kind of spin it off and get a nice good torque turn on it. I got a really good torque turn on it, surprisingly. It hurt my hand a little bit because of the way it was so low, but if you got a longer, taller one, I would recommend doing that, which a lot of these screws on these bikes are like Allen head screws. So I will definitely be investing in a driver kit, Allen head driver kit to put on a wrench or put on an impact. That way make my life a whole lot more easier of getting things off and on. But the one last final thing I wanted to show you was the seat. So here, let me show you what the seat. As you see, I managed to get the seat cover on. In my last video, I was trying to get this on. I said that I was going to have to make some slits in this seat cover to get it on, and actually I figured out a way. So these little, I had these straps in here that had the little metal, these little plastic clips, and they're on both sides. So what it was is I just didn't stretch them out far enough. So they have little stretchers to extend them out to make them bigger, and it was actually really easy to figure out which one was which, because one was short for this side and the other one was long for this side. So I immediately put it back into the wrap and into the cover, and put these little clips back on and stuck it up under the seat, and then cinched it up a little bit more tighter so it's nice and fit. And look, it's not even going anywhere anymore now, because the last time I was worried it kept scooting back. Now it's actually right nice up in front here, so I got all the padding. And before it was like up here, and then there was nothing here. So I scooted it forward and tightened it down, and now that's not going anywhere. And I actually took it on a ride earlier after I did it, and this is a world of difference, because now this padding, this cover has like maybe an inch of padding already in it. So when you slide the egg cart in there, you got the comfort, you know, the egg cart, but there's an inch of padding that will keep it from you actually sitting on the egg cartons, which when I rode to Richmond was kind of a little bit tough, even though I thought it was going to work, and it seemed like it was working really well. But this, with that extra padding, it actually feels a lot more comfortable. I would probably have to take it on another long trip to figure out if it's actually going to take care of the issue, which I think it actually would. So, yep, I didn't have to cut a slit into it, and I actually got to use the hardware that it kind of works. So basically, just test with your stuff, play with it before you consider start tearing into it, because I would have been really mad if I tore into it and then I just had to just stretch it out a little bit and it would have worked. But we're good, and that's all good to go. So guys, that is it. This is a short video. I just wanted to show you guys the other piece that I was going to be installing. We could do another video on the other cruise control that's coming. I really love to show you guys that, so show you different kind of options, and we can leave the other one on there, the twist end one, and put on the new one to kind of test them both, to kind of see which one's better, to give you that difference of feel and easier ability. So we will do that in the next video. That one's still maybe about a week out. So when that comes and we get the time to do a video and install it, we will do it, and then maybe do a road test to test it out and see the difference between the two, and then let you guys know the difference between how both of them will work. Guys, thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate it. If you're not a member, if you're not a subscriber, please like and follow, subscribe. I really do appreciate all the love and support. I definitely like showing you guys this stuff and helping you guys out with your bike. This is a new testament for me, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. If I can do some work on it and show you guys, I definitely will. If I can't, then I'll just have to talk about it. But guys, with all being said, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a good and blessed day, and I'm going to see you in the next fix. Until then, peace.